Dopamine. Throughout the last 20 years, technology has progressed exponentially. The time it took from having to go to the library and look through journals to having all the information in the world at your fingertips was a blink of a second compared to the evolution of our species. Then we have social media, the ability to connect with people all around the world without taking a single step outside of your home. Humans accelerated globalization and made the world a much smaller place. While technology is progressing at such a rate, it's important to remember where our instincts come from and how our brain works from an evolutionary standpoint. You see, the brain works more or less the same way it did 1,000 years ago or 2,000 years ago. Whenever you do something that increases your chances of survival, your brain rewards you with the release of dopamine. That's why it feels so good to have sex or just eat a juicy meal. When you have sex, your brain rewards you because reproduction ensures the survival of our species, and eating because it gives you the energy you need to survive. The difference between now and then is that back then we had to fight for our survival, and dopamine really helped us survive. Now you don't have to put in any effort at all to get a dopamine release. All you need to do is just sit back and consume, whether it's social media or accidentally eating a muffin. What's up everyone, it's Mike here and I'm so excited for this dopamine detox. Dude, you gotta stop doing that. Do what exactly?
What's up everyone and welcome to another video. Dude, you just look so stupid when you do that.
Shut up and please just let me do my video, please. I really appreciate it.
Just you do you.
Alright, thank you. Jesus. What is up, it's Michael Haugen here, and for the next 7 days I'm going to be doing a dopamine detox challenge. The reason I decided to do this was because the last couple years I caught myself falling into bad habits with social media among other things. And I just feel like I've lost control, because the first thing I do when I wake up in the morning is just roll over and check social media, letting other people's lives dictate my thoughts and emotions in the morning. And whenever I try to be productive, I catch myself opening my phone and instinctively going on social media even though I don't have any notifications. I've watched my screen time climb up to about 4 hours some days of the week, which is insane. That's 25% of the entire time I'm awake. And also 10 years of the next 40 years of my life if I follow in this trajectory. So let's go over the rules. The next 7 days, no social media, no candy, no Netflix, no video games, and no watching videos online. Exceptions are messages, which in most cases are work-related, video editing, and some YouTube tutorials if I'm struggling with anything. So the night before the challenge started, I deleted all my social media. When I woke up, instead of instantly checking my phone, I decided to start my day without any technology. I took my daily morning shit and a shower. I usually make myself 2 slices of bacon, 4 eggs, and 2 pieces of toast. While eating, I usually watch YouTube or scroll through social media while I eat, but today I just sat there in silence. I've been trying to get into the habit of meditating for about 10 minutes every single day, as the research is pretty astonishing. After getting ready for the day, I usually get straight to work, but today I decided to go for a drive on my motorcycle out to a local park. Now, of course, I forgot my sunglasses, but I just have to say this is absolutely amazing. Just look at this view. And the thing is, I have access to this every single day, but I never take the time to just go out and do it. This is definitely something that I'm gonna start doing almost every single day because it just makes me feel so alive. It just makes me feel so good to just be out in nature where we actually belong and where we come from, rather than just sitting behind a desk all day. After getting back, I felt fully energized and it was time to get to work. One thing that felt really good was that I had no idea what was going on in the world or what my friends were chatting about because my phone was still at the side of my bed. Around noon, I usually take a break from work, make myself a good lunch. Today I made a smoothie, and I do basically whatever I want for an hour. Cheers. After my break, it was time to get back to work to write a script and organize my next YouTube video. It's now 5 p.m. and I feel like I've gotten 10 times more work done because I've taken away all my distractions. It has been really hard to try to break loose from the habit of always checking my phone whenever I'm bored or whenever I get a notification. And I know it's going to continue to be hard and probably get even harder throughout the next week. Usually after 5 p.m. I eat dinner and then most of the time I go back to work and try to get all the work done that I didn't get done during the day. However, I am way more productive during the day, so I'm going to try to leave work to the time slots that I have scheduled for work during the day so I can focus on just socializing with friends and just relax, read a book at night. Usually I try to read self-improvement books and books that are very technical on my area of expertise. However, I am currently reading Dan Bilzerian's new book. I don't usually read these types of books, but this one is insane and you get to see his whole life, and I can highly recommend this book, honestly. So yesterday was an extremely busy day for me as I was in contact with a potential client, so I basically just did product research the whole day. But I'm really excited today because we're actually planning to go to the middle of the Florida swamp and survive for 24 hours. So what we did is we drove out to the middle of nowhere. And we decided we're gonna try to survive 24 hours with just a bare minimum. We set up camp and we cooked food and we had a great time. And the swamp was full of wild creatures. Just look at this Scorpio that we found. We did some shooting and my friend broke my axe. I love that axe more than anything in the entire world, so I was pretty upset, but you can't blame him. However, we used it as target practice and signed the holes that we hit. Then we came across this spring where we took a dip and just had a great time. But unfortunately, I didn't end up going. Instead, I just stayed at home and worked on a project. So all that footage that you just saw was from all my friends who had lots of fun without me. So if I can just give you one advice in life, it's the same advice that my dad gave me before I moved across the world to the United States from Norway, and that is to say yes. No matter if you feel bad one day or if you don't feel like doing anything because you don't think it'll be worth it, say yes no matter what. Because if you don't, you're gonna miss out on a lot of experiences and a lot of memories that you're gonna have forever. I just want to make something clear, is that I'm not cutting out all dopamine for 7 days. I'm just cutting out all the dopamine that we get artificially from technology and other unnatural things. It's kind of ironic because since I started this challenge, I've actually felt more dopamine and more happiness than I did in the past. I feel like I'm getting more and more happy with my life every day that goes by, where I'm not distracted by all these social media things. I also get a lot more work done, which just feels a lot better when I go to bed every day. So I am extremely excited for the rest of this challenge, actually. I feel like this is kind of a turning point where I actually start feeling really good and I actually don't check my phone every single opportunity that I get. But I'm not gonna lie, these past couple of days up until this point has actually been quite a bit of a hassle to try to stay away from social media. I have been fighting that temptation to just pick up my phone, re-download social media, go watch some Netflix, go eat some candy. But it does get easier the more you stay without it. It's all about habits. So I just woke up and I think today is going to be an amazing day with lots of adventures because all around the US, spring break has already started, and as I live in Tampa, Florida, which is one of the places that people go for spring break, there's going to be lots of life in this area. So today we are doing a beach day and we're actually just gonna drive to St. Petersburg to a place called Treasure Island and just have a great time. It's about a 45-minute drive, I think. But the weather is amazing and I think it's gonna be fantastic. So we're now at the last day at the end of this challenge, and I just have to say that this challenge turned out way more different than I thought it would. And here are some things that I learned that hopefully you can take away from me doing this. Things like candy, pizza, and alcohol were actually pretty easy to stay away from. The hardest part was definitely social media. However, from each day to the next, I noticed several benefits that I didn't really expect to happen. I was able to get a lot of work done compared to what I did in the past because my brain wasn't constantly thinking about all these different things that was going on with my friends and in the world every single day. I'm generally more happy with my life right now than I was before I started the challenge. And I don't know if this is something psychological about social media, or if it's just the fact that I spent more time hanging out with friends. I want to wrap up this video with a quote from Steve Jobs. He said that everything around you that you call life was made up by people that are no smarter than you. I just think that was so powerful because you create your life. I feel like when we grow up in society, there's kind of a handbook that is given to you with all the check marks that you have to hit and all the things you have to do and not do with your life. But I think that's just wrong. So if you feel yourself glued to social media or working a job that you're just miserable in, cut it off. It's literally as simple as that. Try to do things every single day that gives you natural dopamine instead of just likes on Instagram. So if you enjoyed this video and want me to create more videos like these, please feel free to like and subscribe. And also feel free to just comment your thoughts about this video and the things that I did. Stay happy. Peace.